First set, Fabbiano to serve. Ready? Play. T15. All. T40. Game, Ferry. First game.
Good start for Arthur Ferry here on court 11. One love.
Play it one more time, is that right?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
You want it now or from the back? Arthur Ferry to serve. Love. T15. Game, Ferry. Ferry leads by 2 games to love for set.
Already 2-love to Arthur Ferry here. Fabbiano will be disappointed with this, the Italian. Poor start for the now veteran. So we've got a very good young one versus a veteran on tour. And this is an absolutely vital second service game. And if he was to lose this one, you'd think he'd probably be out of the set on a... This is a stunning start for Arthur Ferry. Moves very comfortably on the grass, just in the background here as we look at this replay of the overhead going straight down the line. Just matches taking place all over the studio.
Game, Ferry.
Unbelievable start for Arthur Ferry. It's 3-love. In the first set. 2 breaks on a grass court, often terminal. Sunshine in London, and a great start from the British player.
Long. 14 off. Leads by 4 games to love for set.
4-love, great start, Arthur Ferry. 4-love on Fabbiano before winning a match there, going to the semi-final and made the 3rd round of Wimbledon.
Love. Out. 30 love. Love. Game, Fabbiano. Ferry leads by 4-1 first set.
Are you looking forward to getting your views on this? And your views on this player. What do you think of him?
40-15.
Well, firstly, he's an exceptionally talented boy. Seen him a little bit in the last 2 or 3 years, coming down to the National Tennis Centre and practicing with Andy Murray a few times, and moves very well. He's got a bright future. Finds the game very easy to play.
40-30.
Good hands, and I think on a grass court he would be effective because he's changed the pace of the game and used the skill set that he has. He's a good player.
Deuce.
Don't have to be #1 in the world either. Make a good living.
You're exactly right, and I think
Advantage,
from
Ferry.
positions and you're agile, and I think that's a must if you're going to get up in the men's game.
Deuce.
Looks.
Yeah, he is, and he's been around a while now, 33 years old, I think Fabbiano is, and got good experience and on grass courts.
Game, Fabbiano.
Which I have to say is a bit rare, isn't it, in the coach?
Absolutely sweet. Everyone wants to be in the big show, but
which is great. I love it. I mean, these guys that. Such a beautiful backhand, Arthur. The ability to change direction so effortlessly. Really has good feel on that side.
well, that's the last thing Fabbiano needed, having got himself back into the set, was a shanked approach shot. He got past, and it's now 5-2. Ferry will serve for the first set. He's been playing at Stanford University. It's a road that many players go down now. The LTA, the governing body of tennis in the UK, they're encouraging that now, and why not? If you can go to Stanford University, get an education and be a part of that program, I can't think of many finer places to go, Jamie.
I really 100% agree. I love the idea of young kids going to American university. I think unless you're really outstandingly exceptional, an Andy Murray type player or someone like that, I think it's such a good option. It sets you up for life, and by the time you come out there, you're mature, you're a bit stronger physically, you're mentally ready for the tour, and I think it puts you in a much better place when you come out. And I really encourage it to anyone whoever asks for advice. I always am very pro it.
Notes being taken after 7 games of the match between Arthur Ferry of Great Britain and Thomas Fabbiano of Italy, and serving with new tennis balls here in qualification. The Briton closes in on this first set.
15-all.
Again, another great example of his early backhand. Such a good looking shot. Yeah, and I think if that's going to be part of your game where you're not going to get...
Live it with Thomas Fabbiano. How about that? Really great credit to him.
Ferry leads by 5 games to 3 for 7.
A couple of Italian players who are making... Great man.
Also won the slide.
$30-15. Game Fabbiano.
Well, this is going to be interesting because it's been one-way traffic so far, all Arthur Ferry, but he still hasn't served this set out. He will in just a mo. On this main court here, court 11 at Roehampton, serving for the first set. He's played himself into trouble there. The lob was okay. I think Ferry could have taken that out of the air. He chose not to, and Fabbiano lapped up the opportunity to run round and play a forehand. Mark Hilton on the left-hand side.
30-15.
Has he got something to do with the pathway to the US universities now?
Yes, he plays that role within the LTA and overlooks a lot of the players that are over in America. Goes over there. I think he was over there.
Quality response from Love 15 down, where he let the overhead bounce, the lob, remember? Really adding a little bit of extra oomph to both the serve at Love 15 and that forehand at 35. Set points Ferry.
Fault.
No Hawkeye in operation here, so no challenges.
Correction ball was good. First service.
Oh boy, look at Fabbiano. He's just let that go. No problem at all. It was a wrong call, overruled. I guess he agreed with that, but now Ferry gets a first serve. Doesn't feel like natural justice particularly. That is so clean, so calm. And he's demonstrating a very cool match playing here. This is Arthur Ferry of Great Britain, a setup against Fabbiano.
I'd love to know, if he wins this game, I'd love to know what life is really like. on a tennis scholarship at Stanford University? Like, how many lectures do you ever attend, Arthur? That's a question for later.
And so many questions to ask Arthur Ferry about life in the United States. Tommy Fabbiano here, one of the veterans of the tour. Arthur Ferry trying to be on tour. But 2 years at Stanford University, where he played at #1 position and had a great deal of success as well. And if you're playing #1 at Stanford, if you are a freshman, then a sophomore, you're very impressive, because normally people wouldn't have that opportunity until junior or senior year, 3rd and 4th years.
I think it's fantastic how many matches they get to play, and it shows at the end of that first set. It was a tricky situation, 5-4, love 15, but the amount of times that you would have had to deal with that in American university matches.
Let first service. Thirty long.
Stanford are in the top 15 universities for tennis in the United States. They are #1 academically, so there's no question. If you are a student athlete at Stanford, they don't let you in unless you've got a brain and you are going to exercise it by going to class and studying. You just cannot survive. You can't keep your scholarship without keeping up your grade point average. He was named All-American in singles by the Intercollegiate Tennis Association. He won 24 singles matches and lost 8. Very impressive numbers at the top of the order.
Ferry.
He also made the NCAA championship and lost to the winner in the quarterfinals. So that's this young man, Arthur Ferry. There's another Brit playing on the Stanford team, and that's Max Basing, who's also very good. He was pretty good at 14 when I hit with him, and he had a lot of winners past me, which is very rude for a teenager to do.
Good on him.
Yeah.
Law 15.
Yeah, and then you can get on a little run. I think that just that release of tension.
Well, the tension ratchets up for him here because he's hitting a breakdown now. Ferry's 6-4,
Ferry leads
2-1.
by 2-1 second set, and by 1 set to love.
Qualifying matches on day 1 under the same sort of sky that we have here in London for 360 days of the year. Don't let anybody tell you any different. It's always like this, bathed in sunshine.
Little serve and volley there just to change the pace of the game a little bit. When he's come forward, he's volleyed really well. He's again showing good hands and good skills at the net.
All.
(174th in the world, Tommy Fabbiano. 14th in Italy. Got the big boy as the man to beat as far as Italian tennis is concerned now. Matteo Berrettini, Wimbledon finalist last year, who was a set-up on Novak Djokovic in that Wimbledon final. Just won Queens again. Very exciting. Just a week away from Wimbledon.
Let for service.
Yes, Italian tennis so strong now, isn't it? With Yannick Sinner behind him and Musetti, another exciting player. The
Sonego.
yeah.
All.
Feeling the world, isn't it? I remember watching you against Mats Wilander as a little boy.
Advantage Ferry.
Got a bit tired in the fifth there, fell into the net. Ooh, top of the net.
Deuce.
Happy days. From junior college, went to Wichita State in Kansas. And we were ranked about the same as Stanford is now. We went to the NCAAs, played some, I mean, great play.
Sports science, and it's second to none.
Just wide.
Game Ferry.
Just wide, I'm afraid. He felt like he should have made it, and he certainly should, but
Ferry leads by 3 games to 1
despite
second
the
set.
opportunities, he finds himself 3-1 down. For this pudding bowl haircutted 17-year-old, I can tell you.
Remember him playing Jimmy Connors?
15
Wimbledon. He played one of the classic comebacks of
This time, he stayed 2 years at Seminole Junior College, transferred to the University of Georgia, big program, the Bulldogs. Played #1 there, was virtually unbeaten, and won the NCAA 2 years in a row. Went pro, got top 10 in the world in the French Open final instantly. That's how good American college is, which is why this man in your picture is there at Stanford.
40-15.
How's your timing?
He's almost taken that on the half volley inside the baseline.
This backhand looks virtually unservable too. I mean, I know you've coached Andy Murray, and you've worked. Oh my, this backhand is special.
Really is the timing. He's got all the shots. He can.
Deuce.
Before these two, this return, he's taken low with his legs, straight through the ball. Change direction over the high part of the net. It's not an easy shot at all.
This guy, Ferry, can play the game. So can Thomas Fabbiano. He's been a class operator for many years, but this is one-way traffic in the second set.
1 second set and by 1 set to love.
Arthur Ferry from Britain qualifying, setting 4-1 up.
Love it in.
My goodness me. When he plays with confidence, especially on the backhand side, it's what the Americans might call lights out.
Yeah, he's been really impressive so far today.
Such a short backlift as well, isn't it, on the back end? It doesn't look like there's anything that can go wrong with it particularly. Calm. Quick arm as well. I don't have a speed on that, but you know, he might be a 120, 122 mile an hour server rather than the 130 plus. But listen, if you're going to go and stick it on a 6-foot down the other end, that's fine.
Just feel that confidence running through his body now. He's setting 4-1 up. He's starting to really loosen up and get some cheap points off serve as well, which is always welcome.
Game Ferry. New ball, please. Ferry leads by 5-1, second set. Game Fabbiano.
Hanging in there, and that's what Thomas Fabbiano does. This veteran isn't going anywhere. Ferry's going to have to earn it. He will serve at 6-4, 5-2 for a place in the second round of qualification. Arthur Ferry in the third round of qualifying last year, since when he's done another year at Stanford University playing number 1. The Brit, 19-year-old. Serving at a set and 5-2 against Thomas Fabbiano for a place in the second round. I mean, you wouldn't call it a mind-blowing performance unless you were Thomas Fabbiano. But Arthur Ferry has just been very, very impressive. Difficult to know just how impressive that was. Obviously, he comes up against other players, but that looked, I hesitate to use the word amazing, but there was some very good tennis in that, Jamie Delgado.
Yeah, I think it was a very mature performance. I thought he played a very good match. At the end of the first set, he came up big on some of the big points when he had to serve that set out at 5-4. Love 15, he played a few good points. But I think his calmness and his maturity was really impressive, and he, towards the end of the match, he kind of ran away with it a little bit. Fully deserved win.
Do you know much about next opponent, Guinard of France or Moreno?
Not much, no.
Of the United States? I guess we'll find out something about them when they play him. Arthur Ferry next. Great matches taking place.
The BBC, Wimbledon, then we're going to do one in sports.
There you go, just being told.